What's up, everybody? Let me know if you can hear me and see me in the chat, please. Or if it's too quiet or too loud. I'm doing good, man. How are you? All right. So, first things first, I'm going to answer a bunch of your questions. But first, I want to talk about PD arrays. I recently did a video on it. It's in the course in the Smart Money Concept section. But again, it's been crazy, crazy good. It's like the pivotal change in my trading. It's having such a win rate is ridiculous. So I actually just finished making a video on this. I've recorded it multiple times, but on the 1 minute chart, video purposes, 1 minute chart is best because the trade will happen within 20 minutes. But consistency wise, it's better on the 1 hour and the 15 minute. So let me just break this down. I'm looking at DAX here. Okay. This right here is the previous high. Right there. That's the previous high, correct? Hold on. Hello. Okay. This is DAX on a 1 minute time frame. This is the previous high. Okay. With PD arrays, I mean, let's this is the higher high, right? That's the higher high of the uptrend. We created a new higher high right here. With that, all you got to do is from this point to this point, the move that broke the previous high point, it had enough momentum, enough energy, enough buying power, enough manipulation to break the previous high point. That is what you're focusing on. So you take your GAN box tool from the bottom to the top of that move. Okay. It's a PD array, so premium and discount array. When price is up here, it's at a premium. You don't want to buy something when it's at a premium. You want to buy something when it's at a discount. So you're waiting for a pullback into the 50% area. If it doesn't happen, you don't get a trade entry. If it happens multiple times, you get multiple trade entries. So at this point, once you've already drawn up your PD array and you've identified the lower half, all you're looking for at this point is an entry candle. If you want to stick to normal candles, you can. If you want to, which I suggest, switch to Heikin-Ashi candles. And what you're going to be doing at this point is looking for the first candles that have no wick on the bottom. So pull back into the 50 area, no wick on the bottom, and then enter your trade. This, I literally just finished making a video. It's going to be released later today in approximately five hours. I took 3 entries on this one move. So we had one position entered right here, another deeper pullback. I waited multiple candles until I got the candle with no wick. Another entry, no wick. Went up, both trades were in profit. And then I started recording. We got in on a third position. I was a little bit late, so I think I got in somewhere around here, but no wick again within the 50% area. And how do you set up your stop loss and take profits? So, long position right there. Stop loss not right below that wick. You want to give it some breathing room. You don't want to be the person that gets stopped out due to spreads and like a one tick below the previous low type of wick. And you want to target a 1 to 1.5 or a 1 to 2. 1 to 8 is actually really nice. But I want you to keep in mind, so that's one entry. That's the second entry. And that's the third entry. I usually only like to take 2 entries per dip into the lower half of the PD array. It's kind of like it's all the same. Jaceric 73. It's all the same. Okay? It's all the same. They're all similar to a Fibonacci retracement. So let's take our fib tool from the top to the bottom and draw it on this PD array. Anything below this area is a discount. The normal Fibonacci retracement is a 618, right? So that would be, I made it 62 just to have round numbers. So you're looking at this area. ICT teaches the optimal trade entry, the OTE, that's at this area. Anything in this area is completely acceptable. Not always does it go to the optimal trade entry. So you'd miss a lot more trades if you waited for that. If you just waited or into the 50 and waiting for the candle, I wait for Heikin-Ashi candles with no wick. You can do anything at this point. Because this is a breakout strategy, what you can do is put on Stairmaster and wait for the sneaker. You waited for the sneaker here, you got in on one trade, and you walked away. You got your 1 to 1.5. It is freaking amazing to use Stairmaster and PD arrays. All you're looking for is a break of structure, and that's it. Dude, even a 1 to 1 is worth it if your win rate is 80%. So this is where I want to get into a little bit of a caveat. Because price likes to do things like this, your safest bet for your trade is for this to be your take profit, because you do not know for certain if it's going to have enough momentum to break the previous high and continue up like it did, or if it's just going to sit here and consolidate for an hour, a half a day, 2 days. You don't know. So your best bet for your take profit is going to be here. So for this one, it gave me a 0.8 risk to reward, a 1 to 1, and a 0.8. All 3 won. So you almost made, I don't know, 2.6%. Freaking awesome. Freaking awesome, guys. Yeah. Again, this is on the 1 minute time frame. So it's not as consistent. You get like really long swings up, and Rarely, when it has a lot of momentum, does it go back below the 50. I was waiting. I re-recorded this multiple times to get like the perfect example, and I did it. And this is it. But if you do it on the 1 hour, like do your analysis on the 1 hour for a, so this is a wick, so it didn't break the previous high. This one closed above. Did it? Hold on. Normal candles, right? Previous high point, candle closed above. So this is the move that broke previous structure. So any buy opportunities in this lower half is good. Good, good. And now you can drop it down to the 15-minute and look for Heiken Ashi candles if you're me, or if you don't like them, you can wait for a sneaker, which was literally on a Heiken Ashi candle. Hold on 1 second, guys. Halo? Dzień dobry. Tak. Sorry. So yeah, that's what you're waiting for. So if you're wondering how to avoid the false signals with all the strategies, just use PD arrays, because you avoided this one, you avoided this one, and you waited for this one because we have bullish momentum. You're waiting for price to get into a discount, and you're getting in here with the signal, close of candle, stop loss, a nice comfortable distance below the PD array. And as Christy teaches, 1 to 1.5, which is perfectly at the top of that range. Really, really, really good. Understand? Please give me a thumbs up in the chat if you understand what I just said. If not, please ask me questions how I can explain this more to you. This will change your life. This will change your trading. You will become a profitable trader if you just do this. This is that secret sauce. All right, I'm going to wait for questions to roll in. Yes, this applies to all trading pairs. Everything, whether it's Bitcoin, gold, whatever, it does this. With Heiken Ashi candles, you will get multiple entries, but it could go against you. With the Stairmaster strategy, it's got multiple confluences built into the indicator, so it's a stronger signal. As you can see, I entered 3 times previously. Hold on, let me show you this. So I entered 3 trades here, whereas I could have just had 1 and had more assurance in it. So safer bet with sneakers. Okay, if you've back tested this on GBP USD on the 15-minute and 1 hour and doesn't have many valid trades, don't go to a lower time frame. I want you guys, especially if you're starting out, 15-minute and 1 hour, look at different pairs and you will find one that's more consistent. Try Australian dollar, US dollar, try an indice, especially if your broker has 1 lot or 1 contract sizes, because then you can do trades with smaller accounts. Yeah, I've seen that also, that Stairmaster sometimes prints a little bit late. So if you want, you can split it up. So instead of risking 1% per trade, you can risk, let's say, 1/4% per trade on a Heikin-Ashi candle entry, waiting for the sneaker. And then once you get the sneaker, you can risk 0.5%. And then cumulatively, you'll have 0.75% risk or even a 1% risk on the whole swing. Yeah, if your count's too small for that, that's fine. You could do Australian dollar, US dollar. Works well on that. I do, but when I'm doing the 1 minute, because the trade's done quickly, I know I'm either going to get that double top or it's going to go against me. And then I can do, so let's say for example, this trade went against me. So it came up, came down, and then broke through this. That means that we have broken previous structure. So this would be the move that broke previous structure. And so I would do my GAN box. Sorry, upside down. I would do my GAN box like that because we had broken previous structure, and I'd be waiting to get in a sell position in the premium area going down. $15-minute on gold. Boom. Okay. Let's go with the 1 hour and the 15-minute. Okay. This was the previous high. This was the move that broke the previous high. GAN box tool. Boom. Drop it down to a lower time frame. First Heikin-Ashi candle with no wick. Your sneaker entry. Second entry Heikin-Ashi candle with no wick. Sneaker entry. This is on a higher time frame, so the move hasn't played out yet. But you're looking at this minimum, or this should be the target, right? The close to the top of the range. That's the safest bet. That's what the trades look like on the 15-minute and 1 hour using gold. Thank you, Hollywood. Quick question regarding Funder Pro on TradeLocker. Does the platform has a lot size calculator included? Yeah, so I just watched the video that I'm going to release today. Let me see. I'll just show you a quick example. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys, I'm the worst streamer of all time. Just watch today's video, and I show you exactly how to use the risk calculator tool. It's stupid easy. You just click a couple buttons, and the prices and lines and stop loss and take profit shows up on your chart. Yeah, so that was the 1 minute example. That's the example that I did on the video for today. But you don't have to do the 1 minute. It's better on the 1 hour and 15-minute. It's much safer. and much more consistent. And you can actually hold a trade overnight because your stop loss is so beefy that even overnight it won't hit because there's like no volume during the nighttime. So yeah, you can use 3-line strike also for the entry. So a doji candle and an engulfing candle or just a standard 3-line strike. There's multiple different things that you can do. Like Stairmaster 3-line strike and Heiken Ashi candles are my top 3 for those entries. NZD USD. Okay. NZD USD. All right, start with standard candles. Let's take off the Stairmaster. Okay, so overall, we're in an uptrend. We had a retracement here, but still in an uptrend. This is the move that broke the previous structure. It's nice that there's price up here because that could be a nice target for us, but anything in this area is completely fine. That's on a much higher swingy time frame. So if you want to do this, to me, seems like an area of liquidity that was grabbed right here. So it could go up. But if you look at like these short uptrends, right? This was the move that broke structure. Price came in, went up. This right here was the move that broke structure. Didn't come in. That's fine. This right here was the move that broke structure. Came into the PD array. This was the move that broke structure. Came into the 50% area. This was the move that broke structure. Came into the 50% area. This was the move that broke structure. Came into the 50% area. And reversed. Hitting your stop loss, but you made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 multiple entries on the way up. And now we broke that trend line and it's coming down. Like, I don't know how else to, like, this is the secret sauce. I'm glad, Matt. So Brian asked for an example of a sell signal. Okay, let's just keep doing this one. Okay, we hit our stop loss, just like I explained a little bit earlier. If it hits your stop loss, no big deal. It's supposed to happen with this strategy. You have to have losing trades to know that the trend is over. So this was the move that broke the previous structure, correct? And when you're selling something, you want to sell something at a premium in anticipation of it being more discounted. Oh, so that's the move. Came into the 50% area, get in on a short position. From the 50% area, the move that broke the structure, you're getting in these areas. Anything in this zone is completely fine. And so what you can do is drop it down to Heiken Ashi candles. You don't have to do your analysis on the 1 hour and then drop to the 15. You can just do it on the 15 if you're comfortable with it. I'm just trying to make you guys more comfortable and more safe so that your trades play out longer, so you don't get into a trade and 8 minutes later you're stopped out. So this was the move that broke the previous structure. We had a pullback. So let me delete these circles and give you exact entries on the 15-minute. So this would have been your first candle with no wick. That's an entry. This would have been your next entry. This would have been an additional 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 entry. And that one's obviously too far gone, but you get the picture. Once the move happens, the break of structure, pull back into the PD array, either short or long, you have multiple chances to get in. Sometimes it's just one. But your short position is going to look like this. Stop loss above that swing or the top of the PD array with some extra comfort, a thicker mattress, if you know what I mean. And again, I like to stick to 2 entries per pullback into the PD array. So you wait for this one, you get in on another one right here. And if you're really confident in the downtrend, you can get in on another one. But if you feel like you're gonna do multiple, only risk 0.25% per trade. So 0.25%, not 1%. Yes, I include the wick. Cool. Does anyone have any questions on this? Do you all, please, I want to make sure that all of you guys watching this live stream right now understand this. If anyone doesn't, please don't feel uncomfortable. Somebody else might not understand it. Just ask a question if you don't understand something that I just explained here. So with the stop loss, you don't want to be the person that puts your stop loss. Ignore where this trade is. I'm just looking at the stop loss. You don't want to be the person that is just below the previous wick. I've seen it too many times where price just gets one tick below that wick and then they get wicked out and it goes in their original direction. You don't want to be that person. So whatever this price is, you want to give it a nice comfortable distance, which should cover the spread. So let's say that your wick comes down to here. Seems like a nice wick out and then continuation up. Like imagine if this candle had that wick, you'd be fucked. So what I want you to do is look at the price, 61505, and I want you to add whatever your spread is from your broker times 2. So if your broker's spread is 1 pip, I want you to add 2 pips from here. So this is 505, so you would put it at 525. or sorry, 585, right? And then you're a nice, comfortable distance out of the way of that PD array or any funny business. Yeah, so the strategy video on this is a majority of it's in the course when I discuss PD arrays. And then the YouTube video that I made on it is what is it called? Hold on. I genuinely It's called When to Enter a Trade the Right Way. It was released 2 weeks ago. Yeah, there's going to be a link to this live stream in the replay thing on Discord. You used higher time frame 1 hour for 15 and for 1 minute to use the 50. So on the 1 minute, I'm used to it. So I'm looking for a quick move, less than 20 minutes. I'm in and out. Have a nice day. I don't like to sit on it, especially now. Like I have way too many other obligations. So I've been more on the 15-minute and the 1 hour. That 1 minute example, I hadn't done that in a long time on the 1 minute chart, but it was the best way to show it on a video because even if I time lapse the waiting for the trade to play out, then, cool. I got a jet, guys. Really appreciate you all. Thank you for joining me today. Hopefully you got some value out of this. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.